So the first time I heard of Joss was at a dinner with Neil, Marsha, JJ, and I think it was Jerry. And I forgot what the dinner was for, but we're just hanging out. It was at Shokuro, and I remember she wasn't even on my radar at that time. Just because we're just friends hanging out. And I remember me and Jerry just joking around, talking about trying to get pictures with the waitress. Cause I don't know, cause we were all single and just trying to have fun, whatever it is. But yeah, that's the first time we actually met.
So Neil was home, and this is when Neil and Marsha were about to get married. Neil was home from LA, and then there was like this boys' dinner, where it was like 10 boys, and then Marsha, and she texted me and was like, "Can you come? Because I don't want to be the only girl with all these boys." And I was like, okay. So I came, and then you were there, but I don't think I talked to you, and I was kind of like, this guy is weird because he was trying to take a selfie with the waitress who was mixing the bibimbap. Yeah, and also I think the first time I met you, you called me Joss, and I was like, who is this guy calling me Joss when we're not even friends yet? First date, I don't know.
So the first date, I think it all happened because Neil and Marsha was getting married, and then I wanted to write a song for them.
I don't think Denny's is a date.
I thought in my head, okay, maybe I should grab one of Marsha's friends, and so I thought about who sang in her bridal party, and I know Joss did. I think she was the only one that sang. At least that was my assumption.
I don't know. I don't know. If you're talking about Denny's, he slid into my DMs, I guess.
I asked her if she wanted to sing with me. I don't know what she thought about that, but I just explained to her we was making a song. I was making a song for Neil and Marsha. So we would go to Starbucks and, well, we would practice at Starbucks Cunha. There was a lot of little things that we had a lot in common, like NSYNC, Backstreet Boys songs, and certain ones. We're like, what? That's my favorite Backstreet Boys song. I was gonna say Since You've Been Gone, but that's not even the Backstreet Boys. It was what's that song?
We had a song that we had to work on for Neil and Marsha's wedding. So we ended up meeting up initially to like work on that, and then he started DMing me about going to Denny's afterwards. And then I guess we hung out a couple times, and I don't know, it was like are we just hanging out, or like what is this, what's going on here? And then it became official, but then there were like, a lot of this in the middle of that. Qualities I like about my partner. I don't like anything. Okay.
She's very patient in terms of long-standing things. In other words, like, she'll be patient with you in regards to, you doing a long-term goal, or being patient with you in all types of ways, I guess. Like, no, I guess she's patient in short-term as well.
I like that he's not too serious. So that keeps me from being too serious, because I have a tendency to be pretty serious sometimes, and stressed about things. I'm very reactive to a situation. He's just kind of being chill there in the corner, and it kind of like brings it back to perspective, like maybe I shouldn't be freaking out right now because this guy's like, you know, chilling and the house is on fire.
One of the things I really love about her is that she'll always ask if I need something from, you know, if she's coming home from work or if she's out and about, she'll ask me if I need anything. And yeah, you just that comes from a thoughtful heart, and I think that's always something that I always loved about her. Not because she's bringing me food, but she's, you know, thinking about me, and I appreciate that.
Cares about like helping people or like being nice to people or just making sure that, you know, like people are having, I don't want to say a good time, but just that, you know, like every situation is like, you know, like set up in such a way where the atmosphere or what's happening or whatever is like the goal is to make sure that everyone's kind of benefiting from it in a positive way as far as like the vibe or the feeling they get from it afterwards, like from that interaction.
And she's very book smart, and I like that because she teaches me a lot of things, even though I joke around about them, and you know, maybe I pretend like I don't hear it or things like that. I like that she's very smart, because I need someone like that around me. So.
So, apparently before we went on this trip, like I think he told me that he had thought about like proposing, like back when we went to Japan, but then my dad was sick at the time. He was like going through like cancer treatment, so it didn't seem like a good time. So I guess like now that my dad was like done with treatment and all that stuff and we were going on this trip, he like went to, I think we were at my house or something like that, and we were going to go our separate ways. Like I was going to go to the gym and then he was going to go somewhere else, but I guess he waited for me to leave the house and go to the gym, and then he went back to my house to talk to my dad and like ask for his permission and stuff, you know, the traditional thing. I
went to her house and I think I dropped off something to her, but she was getting ready for work or something, so I was like, okay, this might be the best time to do it since I know she's not gonna get out of the shower. Her dad was in the living room just hanging out, and so I was like, hey uncle. Uncle. I had to talk loud because I wasn't sure if he could hear me, because I know he's hard of hearing. So he's like yeah. So I came up to him and I was like, hey uncle, I was wondering if I can marry Joss. And I wanted to make sure that you knew, and I wanted your permission. But my dad is hard of hearing and he wears a hearing aid. So I think he said that he had to repeat himself like twice just to make sure that he heard him. And he started kind of grinning and smiling for a little bit, and he was like, yeah. In my mind I was like, I'm not sure if he's hearing me right. I was convinced that he had heard him. He was like, oh, okay, cool, yeah, you're cool, I'm cool, we're good, okay, we'll do this. So he left, but I guess my dad had told my mom after that, I think maybe like after we had left, that that Rap had asked, and my mom was just like, no, you're crazy. You're crazy. I think you're hearing things. And then, so my sisters knew, and then when we were flying home, I like FaceTimed my mom, and like I told her, and then she's like, oh my gosh, I thought your dad was crazy. I told him that he was crazy. Because he kept on telling me like, oh hey, you know, he asked if like, you know, he could like propose to Jocelyn, and I was just like, no, you're just having weird dreams, okay, crazy. And then I don't know, like when she said that, like it was funny, but at the same time I was like, are you saying that no one would want to propose to me? Hey guys, thanks for watching this video, and we hope you enjoyed it. Still got a few more things to do for the night, so hope you enjoy.
Thank you for coming out and spending your Saturday with us, just to, you know, be with us and sharing the love with us and celebrate us being married.
Oh
yeah, sorry.
And
and I know I told the story already, but here's the actual footage of the proposal.
thanks, guys. Okay. Look at that view, though.
Tried to get me, Mother Nature.
Shh, not loud.
Try to get over here, honey.
So I think we took a wrong trail because there's the trail. That's alright. Sometimes we go off the wrong path. Just gotta get back on it.
We still haven't gone to glacier.
Oh yeah.
If you look in the distance over there, I'll try to zoom in. We actually caught like a little winter waterfall. Right there in the distance. I would say, like maybe like a couple 100 feet away. Not too far. And then there's this like valley here. And then there's Mr. Man trying to get a good spot for his camera so we can take a picture up here before we head down. It's like sweaty, but then like there's like a icy breeze coming, but it's not enough to make me not sweaty.
Yeah.
I'm wearing 2 pairs of leggings right now. I'll probably take off 1 set of leggings when we get to the car.
Yep.
And pose you like.
Go over here.
Okay.
Just look at this thing.
At the camera?
Is this the rock?
There's like parts of rock and over there, but if you don't get the rock, it's like terrible. Ah! Like that?
That's fine.
What? Turkey.
I need to kneel down and do the whole thing. Now hold me. Will you marry herself? I said, yeah.
Yeah.
I got it. Let's get out of here before I drop this.
Oh my gosh.
Let's go down before people notice us.
Hey. I'm gonna put this away though. I don't want to. No, you for real? Is this for real, honey?
Yeah.
No, really?
Yeah. What are you talking about?
No, really?
Yeah.
Oh.